Hi everyone, this is Debbie at Color Everywhere, and I'm here today to share a project I'm working on. And I've been doing so many um, things that require a lot of thinking lately that I thought it would be fun to do something that doesn't require a lot of thinking, not too much anyway, because it's something I've done before and it's not that difficult. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Um, what I want to do today is I want to use some envelopes, which I have plenty of, to make a journal of sorts. It's sort of like a pocket journal. Hi, Mary Lou. Thanks for coming. Glad to see you. So I'm going to be making, I'm going to call it a journal. It's going to have pockets to put stuff in and hopefully some flips and stuff, but based on envelopes. And I'm going to be using a different kind of binding system. And I don't remember what it's called, but the person I learned to do it from, was Laura at Follow the Paper Trail. And it's not new. It's been around for a while. I don't know if she is the one who originally created it or if she's just the first person I saw using it. I think maybe she created it, but I'm really not sure. But I like it. I've used it a lot in albums and things like that. So I'm going to try it today with some envelopes. It's a little bit different. Okay, so I'm going to start with the spine, with the binding part, because I need that so that I know how big everything else is going to be. And I want to make it, the size of the envelopes. These are long business envelopes. So I want to make it the size of the height of those. So I'm going to do my measurements according to that. So because I want to make it tall, my binding part is going to have what my um, I haven't thought about this very much, so it's going to be kind of creating as I go. I want to see what my tallest envelope is that I have here. Hi, Anne and Brenda, Melody. Thanks for coming. So let's see. So I have a couple that are short, and I really want them to be the same, pretty close to the same length. So I'm going to take out the ones that don't fit right. What have I got here? I've got a whole bunch of these that are folded together, and they're all the same size. So I'm just going to take out these short ones. And that's probably going to be okay. I have two that aren't quite as long as the others, but I'm probably going to not need them anyway. So I'm just going to go with the long ones. And they are 9.5 inches. So I'm going to make my binding, my spine, for this part. I'm going to call it spine, but it's really the binding part of it. The spine will be a little bigger. So I'm going to make it 9.25 tall because it has to fit inside the envelope. So 9.25. Where's my writing? 9.25. And I'm writing everything down because I'm going to forget if I don't. So, and let me get this up here and start out with the right length. Normally I would do this on my mat, but I've got my mat covered up, so I can't. So I'll just measure. Okay, we'll save that. So now this is 9.25, same length as the, same height as the envelopes. Hi, Carol. Who else? Is that it? Hi, Gail. So, as you can see, this is just a little bit short of the envelope. And my envelope has to fit. If I can get a hold of one. These have already been cut, so I'm going to have to glue the ends. My envelope has to be able to fit. Sorry. Find one that's cut. Here's one. It's going to have to fit over this paper. Like this. Just fit over the end of that paper. Like that. It's best if it's very snug, but it can, you know, it doesn't matter. It's going to be glued in there, so I like to give it a little bit of room so that it's easier to put on there. Okay, so now the next step is I'm going to make little flaps so that that stand up. They look like little fins. They stand up so that the envelope can go over them. I'm not explaining this very well, but you'll see as I go along. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of room over here, like 1 1/4 inches. And basically what I'm doing is I'm marking out a 1/4 inch, then a 1/2 inch, then a 1/2 inch. So it's a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch, a 1/2 inch, a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch, a 1/2 inch, and so on until I have enough fins, and you'll see how that works. So this 1/4 inch is the part that actually stays flat. Then the 1/2 inch will stand up like a fin. And that fin is what the envelope is going to fit over. Have to pay attention here. Where am I? Sometimes it's easier to move your paper over so that it's on a 1/2 inch. Oops, 1/4 inch. 1/2 inch. So it's 2 1/2 inches and a 1/4 inch between them. 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4, 1/2, 1/2, and then 1/4. And I want to, let's see, how many is that going to give me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 because, let's see, 5 halves. That's about 1 inch. So yeah, 5 is going to be enough. So I'm going to stop right here. So I left 1 inch at the beginning, and then I just left the extra at the end. So what happens now is you fold between the two. I know it's hard for you to see this. You fold between the 2 1/2 inch lines. Hi, Chris. I haven't seen you in an age. And then you also, so usually I just go down the line and just do all the 1/2 inch first because it's less confusing. Because things start to fall together once you do that. Here's the next one. I only have 4. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd only be 4. So now I've got all my 1/2 inches, and this is what happens. These come up, you fold on the 1/4 inch lines, and these are all going to stand up like this. And that's going to make a fin that envelope will fit over. So that's what I'm going to do now. Here's my, fold it on the 1/4 inches on each side of the fin. It's really a simple binding system, and you decide how much room you want to leave between each page. And I usually leave a 1/4 inch because that gives you plenty of space to, so it's going to be like this. Let me glue it so you can see it easier. So see, you can see where the 1/4 inch space is actually going to be glued to the spine. And then these fins stand up and the envelope fits over the fin. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for coming, guys. And I'm going to use some heavy glue this time. So I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac, just so it, because this is a heavy paper. It's like 65-pound paper. And you have a double fold, so it, you know, it's pretty sturdy. So I'm going to glue these. Here's the first one. I'm only gluing the fins together. And I'm sticking my fingers in it, which doesn't help. So that's all I'm doing right now is I'm gluing these fins together. And if they don't want to stay all the way, you can clamp them for a few minutes. It's a little fiddly. But since I've only put the glue in the fin part, then the other part will flatten out when I get done. I know, Chris. I mean it. I haven't seen you in so long. So here's what we're trying to get, is this effect. So I'm going to, so these can get nice and glued, they're nice and dry. I'm going to fold these down. And they'll sort of stack on each other. This is just for gluing purposes, you know. So I'm going to glue this for a little bit and clamp it just so that these pieces will hold together for a few minutes so they can set. And I'll put a couple of paper clips. And that way everything has a chance to set and doesn't pop open while I'm messing with it. Okay, there. Now I'm going to set this aside, and we'll come back to that in a bit. So now I'm going to work on the envelopes. You have to forgive me, I'm slow today. I can't do a lot of quick bending and what have you. So I'm just kind of moving like a sloth. That's what I feel like. Okay, so now the envelopes, I have to decide, figure out how I'm going to do my cover. Let's see if where's my envelope? There it is. If I do, I want to have a flap type thing happening, but I have to leave a certain amount of space. You know, I think I'm just going to create a spine instead of trying to make it out of the envelope, you know, like by folding it. I think I'm just going to add a spine on. So that's not a worry. So that takes away a wonder there. So there you go. I've got two of these nice large ones. I think what I want to do is I want a flap on the front and the back that folds in that I could attach a flap to. So, you know, it'll fold onto the inside. And then I can attach things to that. So I need this to be, see how big these are. Oh, good. This one, I think this one's bigger. Yeah, it's a little bigger. So I need to make this, I need that right now. I need to make these two envelopes match, because these will be the covers. And then the spine can be separate. And that alleviates that problem. Hi, Dan. How you doing? Okay. What happens when you pick things up and put them away, and then you don't know where you put them? Scissors, scissors. Where's the scissors? Let's get different ones. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is, so this has a nice folded edge. I'm just going to open this end up. Oops. And it's got two big windows on both sides. Glad to see y'all here. I've had a slow day. I didn't even go to church this morning. I just stayed home and sat and watched videos. I watched Carol and Ann and Becky, the ABCs. This way. They were doing some nice things, making some little journals and what have you. So I got to watch that. I didn't watch it live, but I did get to go back and watch. So I'm just making this match the other envelope for my covers. Then I can fold this down. And the fins don't have to go in these envelopes. These are the covers. The fins are for the pages. Okay, so there's that done. Now these should match. Okay. And now I have to decide how I'm going to use the things, the windows. Because I want to fold them. So, so I need to make places to insert things in the windows. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's use this ruler. I'm going to cut a line so that this can be used as a pocket this way, and I'll be able to close this end up and fold it and use it for closure, the flap with the closure. So, a different ruler. And I'm just going to slice. Oops, I'm going to slice without a point. I'm just going to slice from here to here. Now I have a way to get into this pocket. Okay, now I need to do something similar on this side. Let's see, but I can just do it. I'm going to do it long ways. I'm going to put in there question. Maybe this will work. I don't want to cut through my paper. Hi, Pam. I hope y'all are all having a good Sunday. Nice and relaxing. And I'm just going to use this for a straight area. And I'm going to go all the way to one end. Nope, I just cut that crooked. From one end to the other. But that's okay because it'll have some reinforcement on it anyway, so it'll be all right. In fact, I'll just put a piece of tape on it right now. There. Okay, so now I can get in this way on this side. Maybe. Yes, she is, Mary Lou. Okay, now that's a little bit more secure. Now, the other thing I want to do, which I forget to do sometimes, but I was thinking about it, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to put a little hole right at the end of this. I'm wondering, should I do it now or later? I think I'll do it later because there's going to be some more papers over there, and I want the hole to be in the papers too. Okay, so now this one's ready. You can get in on two sides. This one, we're going to do one here. It'll be ready. And then I can glue up the edges because they won't be needed. And it'll make them stronger for the flap. At least that's what I'm thinking. Okay. Okay, there's that one. Okay, so this will probably be the back. Maybe not. I don't know which one will be the back. I think this is going to be the front. So this will be the front. You'll be able to get in this way, and then when you open it up, you'll be able to get in this way. And here's the back, and you'll be able to get in this way. Okay, so I can glue the. Well, first I need to put something in here. What am I going to put? I'm going to put this. Yeah. And I need to put something in here because if I don't, you're going to be able to see whatever's in the back through to the front. So I want to put a divider in there. And I think this probably would be fine to use. So I'm going to put it here. This one only needs to be this big. hope this is making sense. I'm going to round the corners at the top, even though they won't be seen, because the paper has less of a tendency to get hung up on it as you're putting it in. So this is going to go, I have to do this now while it's open. This is going to go here. And then another one. This is what I got. Oh, that's pretty. This one's going to go in the back. And it needs to be like so. Wow, this is pretty paper. Hi, Nettie. Tanya, I watched your stream for a few minutes while I was fixing supper. Well, we're not eating it yet, but I had to get it ready before I started this. So I got to watch a few minutes. Now, since this is going to be accessed from out here, if I put the paper past this, then when you open it, you're not going to get hung up. So let me do that. I don't really need to glue the bottom edge. Now let me see, am I doing this right? Yes. I just have to stop and think. My brain is not on full mode right now. Okay, so I put glue here, here, and here because I want it to stick at the sides and I want it to stick above the pocket, not below the pocket. So here we go. And I don't care that this end's not glued because it's all the way to the bottom and nothing's going to get under there. I hope I did that right. Yay. Okay, so there's that. Some glue or something on there. Okay, so there's that side. Now let's do this side. I'm going to do the music paper. And I'm going to do it the same way. I almost didn't leave myself enough room because I wasn't thinking correctly. All right, so we're going to do it the same way, hopefully, and catch it right at the top. And the sides. I haven't picked out any papers or anything yet to use on the covers. Oops, I almost did that wrong. Okay, so here's my slit. I want this to go above the slit so it can stick. So I just barely have enough room. I wasn't thinking right when I started it. Okay. Come on, bud. Get in there. You can do it. You can do it. Hope this works. Okay. So now I can get in this way. So that one's ready. Bye, Tanya. Thanks for stopping by. Anne, were you proud of me that I set my subscriber thing like you showed us? I was pretty proud of myself because I really didn't think I was going to find it. I couldn't do it on my phone. I had to do it on the computer. I don't know if you knew that or not, but it worked. Glue these little edges down. There. Yeah. Okay, so that one's ready. Now let's do this one. And this, I don't know, I'm thinking this, yeah, this is going to be the front. I do like that pink. Okay, I wonder if this will fit. Oh, just so barely. Barely, barely, barely. But it'll fit. That's great. This is just scrapbook paper, cardstock. But it's very pretty. I like it. Okay, now. Okay, good job. Good job. Okay. All right, so now I still need to wait before I'm just going to punch some little stop holes here, but I still need to wait because there'll be other papers on here. So I don't want to get ahead of myself. So I think I'm going to make, what am I going to do? I really like this pink. I think I'm going to make this the front cover, and this the back, and turn it that way. Okay, so that way you get in here. Oh, nope, that won't work. It's got to go like that. Well, phooey. Do it like that. And then this, let's get the back. I can get in this way, or I can turn it. Yeah, okay. So it'll be like this. Get in here. I wanted it to go this way, but I messed up and put my entry point here. So you can go this way. There's not a problem with that. You can insert this way. Insert this way, and then the back will insert this way. I think that'll be fine. Okay, so there are those. Now let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and put all my pages in before I decorate. I think that's what I'm going to do. Although I might be sorry for that because I'll still be able to get to the pockets to fix them. Shouldn't be a problem. All right, so let me prepare these. If I use these are already cut. If I use these, I'll have to glue the ends. So I might just stick with these. So let me see what they need to have done. They have to have their slices cut off the edges. So here, that one's already ready. So it'll go this way. This one's ready. I can't attach them. Doesn't matter. Okay, sorry, I have to think. This one needs done. It's going to go like that. And you can do this with the scissors. I'm just cutting a tiny little sliver off the edge so I can take advantage of all the paper that is available. So just a little tiny one like that. There's that one. This one's already done. And this one's already done. And I only need, what did I say, 5 or 4? Maybe just 4. Let's see. Go back to this. So this should be pretty dry now. Here's what the back looks like. So you're only seeing the little 1/4 inch spots. Now I'm thinking, let's see, get these straightened up here. See, this is very strong, especially since it's a 65-pound cardstock. So here are the fins, and all of these are going to sit down on them. Now you can also just glue them, you know, on the front or the back, but I like for them to sit down on there. So it's like this. And then there's a 1/4 inch. There'll be a 1/4 inch between each page. And that's plenty of room for whatever you want to stick in there, usually. So what I'm thinking is, so that's going to make me an inch spine. Now it'll be an 1.5 inches because I also have the 1/2 inch in the front and the back. Okay. So I'm going to keep it at that. So that's just 4 pages is all I need. So I think I'm going to go ahead and glue them on. It'll probably be a little bit easier to work with them not glued on, but I want to go ahead and do it. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the put all the windows up. So when you go through the book, they're all on the right side, right hand side. A lot of people do this with tape. I'm not sure if I want to use tape or not. Just sort of indecisive today, and I don't even care. Oh. Okay, so now I'm going to have to open these up on the end too. I don't have to. I could just leave this as a page, the front and the back page. But if I open it up, it gives me twice as many surfaces. Do I want to do that? Nope, I don't think I do. I think I just want to keep it like this because I'm going to be adding things onto each page. So here we go. Just going to put some glue on the edge of this, not more than a 1/2 inch in, because my fin is only a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to take it all the way. I only put it on one side of the envelope so far. It's just a little bit easier if you do it that way. So I'm taking it all the way to the edge here, and then I can make sure this is all the way down. See? Then I can glue that in. And the spine is going to be easy to fold. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of it. It was a little bit easier to do it that way instead of gluing both sides and trying to maneuver it. Okay. Now this top is still open, so I'm going to glue it. So this is what I've got. Got the spine and one page on there. See how much room I'm going to have for all my flippity floppity things? Well, it's not my creation, Dan, but I have been using this for a long time. I used to use it to make albums with, small albums with. It was a lot of fun. Okay, so that one's ready. So this is what we're looking at. This is going to be, this is going to attach to the spine, and then we'll have these pages with a lot of room between each page. Okay? All right, let me get another one here. Normally, I would take care of these windows first, but I'm just being reckless. Oh, that's not right. I'm just being reckless. I feel reckless today. Now, if you don't want to use envelopes to do this, you can fold, you can fold paper so that it fits, and it works too. If you want a heavier page, get on there. Get on there. Get on there. My glue's drying too fast. Okay, you're not the boss of me, buddy. I'm going to show you. All right. Let's help this a little bit. Excuse me. So yes, it is a little fiddly, but it's not really that hard once you know what you're after. I didn't get that real straight, but it's okay. All right, now let me get this side glued. There's a lot of different ways to do this technique as far as how you glue the pages in and how, you know, how big you make the spacing. I usually use 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch because it's always worked really well for me. But you could, you know, you can change that and do it a little differently. If you don't want to have a 1/4 inch between there, you don't have to. Let's see. Let me put the glue on here this time. Sometimes that works better. Oh, wrong size. Wrong size. Let's use this one. Yeah. Okay. Now, obviously, you want your pages, you don't have to, but normally you would probably want your pages to be the same width. You don't have to, because then they will just, you know, stick out the way we often do things at different widths. But it's up to what you want. You see, I'll be able to go up and trim this off so that it matches. So here's 3. Do this last one. I think it was this one. Yeah. Now you could see where tape would work well on this. Okay. Come on, you little guy, get on there. Get in your spot. This works on any size, for any size book, if you do it right, and that was a bad thing right there. Because you can make the page any size you want. You don't have, like I said, you don't have to use envelopes. So you can make a little small book and have more pages. Oh, thanks for coming by, Carol. Well, Scrap Man, there's a lot of people who do it. You can spend all your life watching them. Okay, so there we go. There are 4 pages. And 4 pages will really be plenty because of all the other stuff I'm going to add to it. So what I'm going to do now is I want to make sure everybody's even. So I'm going to do surgery. And this paper is in my way, so here it goes. I'll bring it back if I need it. So I want to make sure that everybody's even and glued. See? Comes back. So I'm going to just trim off whatever is needed to be trimmed. So let's square this up and trim this off. Now, if you didn't want this hinge part, which is what it really is a hinge, if you didn't want it to be the whole length of the book, or what, you know, whatever, wherever you're using it, it doesn't have to be. You could just do like, you could do 2 or 3 of them even, and just have it work like that. Well, that's not even. So, you know, you could have like a regular hinge, have one here and one here, and that would work also. This one's pretty close, I think. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to cut it. It's close enough. Okay, so here's the inside. And the only reason this is longer than this one, I just didn't trim it off yet. It's not for any special reason. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3. Oops, I didn't glue that side. See, that's what I've been doing. I'm taking medicine and I forget things. But at least I'm walking around, so that's good. Okay, so we got those. Now let's glue these ends together that I trimmed off. Where'd they go? Now, see, I still have to make the pockets accessible if they're going to be, or well, I need them to be accessible so I can at least put something in them. You know, they don't have to be accessible afterwards, but I don't want to just leave them blank like they are. So at least I need to be able to get in them. Excuse me. So, do any of you follow Laura at Follow the Paper Trail? Or have you in the past? Glass jar guy. Oh, cool. Oh, that's neat, Dan. I like glass jars and bottles and stuff. We get this tomato chow chow stuff that we put on our hot dogs and hamburgers, and it comes in nice little jars, and I'm always buying knobs from Hobby Lobby because they always have the coolest knobs, and putting those on the jars. I've got them over on the sewing side of my space with different kinds of stuff in them. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. All right, now oops, about lost my door. I'm going to go ahead and fold this last 1/4 inch, and then I'm going to attach these to the covers. So this one needs to be trimmed down to 1 inch so that it matches the other one. Okay, so here we go. And where are they? I'll put them over here. And let's see, make sure. These need to be glued shut, because I've already taken care of fixing the pockets so that they can be gotten into. So nobody needs to get in this way anymore. And same here. Screw it shut. Alrighty. Okay. Is that right? Yeah. So this gives me a double thickness of envelope, and plus there's 2 pieces of cardstock in it, so it's pretty good. It's pretty substantial. This one's not quite as thick, but it's still fine. So this is going to end up folding down. This will fold up, so I think that's right. Okay, so now that's the front, so these need to be glued onto here. And I'm just going to glue them straight onto there. I'll stop at this is a 1/4 inch from the last thin, so I'll stop there, and then later I'll put something over that, or leave it the color it is, one or the other, so that it will be nicely finished. All right, so here we go. Now, this is a little wider, not much, just barely, than the binding part. I gotta make sure I got this right side up. That's the thing. Oh. Front, top, front. Okay, there we go. I almost did that wrong. Oh. So I'm gluing this on to this craft stock, cardstock, which will hold just fine by itself, but it will even be better with the, let me turn this so I can see what I'm doing. It will even be better. See, now I've confused myself again. Ha ha. Okay, here's the front, here's the front. This goes like this. I don't know what I'm saying now. Let me do this before I mess it up. So I'm just gluing it straight edge to edge with that last 1/4 inch section. I put a 1/4 inch section before and a 1/4 inch section after. See, so there's room. Because if you don't do that, then you're cutting out some room. You know, if you start gluing it right here, so I'll do it right here. So there's that. Now let's see if I can do this one. All right, here we go. This is the front. Oh no, this is the back, and it goes like this. There, check. Yep. Okay, let me turn it this. Oh, I'm going to turn it this way. Okay. Always check. If you're as wacko as I am, you have to always check. And double check. All right, so here's the last extra little space. So I'm going to fold this down and line this up right on the edge of that cover. Come on, paper. Okay. There. So now, here's the inside and the cover all together. Now right now it's kind of wibbly wobbly because I'm going to put another something on here. I'll probably just put another piece of this cardstock on there to make it a little bit stiffer. Hi, Janet. Hi, Janet. Okay, so let's do that right away. I'll put this back. Now I'm still going to use these other envelopes, probably as some flips. I'm going to get them out of the way right now so they're not so distracting. Okay, now I could use some of this. I'll do that. It's not the same as this, but it kind of matches it. I also have this piece of travel stuff. I don't think I want to go that way. Okay, so I'm going to use this. And I want it to wrap about 1/2 inch around. If not a little more. About 3/4 inch maybe. I can get 3/4 on this side without hitting the window. Yes, I can. All right, so I need 3/4 and an inch and 1/4 plus 3/4. Sorry, I can't do it in my head. An inch and 1/4. Oh, yes, I can. That's 2. That's 2 inches. Inch and 1/4 plus, no, that's not. 1.25 inches plus 6/4. So that's, gosh, my brain. 7/4. That's 2 and I don't think I can even do this. Let's just do it the easy way. Gosh, ever had one of those days? All right, we're gonna do 2.5. Wasn't that easier? I don't know if I can even spell my own name right now. All right, so 2.5 minus 1.25. I'm going to start in the center. Okay. Sorry guys, my math function skills aren't working today, so I'll just have to do it the easy way. And all I'm really doing is taking the measurement of the spine and adding 3/4 of an inch to it. I couldn't do the math. Oh, that's a sad thing. All right, now let's see if this works. Oh. What am I doing? The paper might be a little crooked. You know, I just got my 300th subscriber. So I might do a giveaway in the near future. I know 300 is not a lot, but it took me a while to get there. And I appreciate every one of them. I appreciate y'all coming to watch me fumble around today. Oh, gosh. Seem to be having several problems there today. But you know what? That's okay. It'll be the first time. Some of that thick cardstock that wants to crack. Hi, Aunt Beck. How you doing today? I don't think I better use that because it is too cracked. So let's go back to the old stuff. I've got 3/4 and 1 1/4 inches. That's what I wrote down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1 1/4 inches. 3/4, 1 1/4 inches, and 3/4. Try this again. That went better. See, that paper wasn't meant to be used on there, so I'm just going to use this. I love craft paper, especially this heavier stuff. I really do like it. Okay, so now that's over. Now that we got through that, now let's see. Right side up, we're going to glue this to the spine. And I'm just going to see. Do this. I'm going to glue it on the spine part first. I'll be glad to get past this part. Start decorating. I'm all about the decorating, but I like building stuff too. I like doing it better when my mind's in the right place. All right, now. I'm just trying to get this centered where it should be. So I'm going to go through here and press each one of these 1/4 inch sections down so that it will stick. Uh-oh, what did I do? Oh, scared myself. Scared myself. I messed up. Okay. So I just need to be sure that all of these areas are stuck down to that piece I'm gluing on. And I need to be careful because if I pull on it too much, it'll lift. If I pull on the pages very much, it'll lift up and won't be stuck. So I'm trying to be careful. Before I came downstairs, I put some pork steaks and some potatoes and carrots in the pressure cooker. I'd already browned the pork steaks, and so after I'm done, they'll be ready to eat, and I'm kind of hungry. Okay. Now, that piece isn't sticking very well. So I'm not gonna stick this piece down yet, not until I know this is dry and that it's had a chance to, you know, the glue's had a chance to soak in and set. So I'm just gonna clip these just at the edge, and that'll help it stay flat. And go in here one more time and run this along it. And just sort of pressing right against the edge of those where those envelopes are stuck on, and pressing that center part down real well. All right, let's see. Now, I don't want this to take forever to glue because I want it to be able to work on it. So see, now they are in there. And once the glue is set, they'll fold, they'll bend pretty well, and then I can go back and glue this outside flap, and then that will be my spine. No sewing. Okay, so I'm going to set this over for just a minute and let that kind of catch up. And let's see. Try not to cause a crash. There. All right, now get this junk out of the way. I have a clean splice to work. Get the glues closed up so they don't dry up. Hi, Tammy. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in a long time either. All these people I haven't seen. I'm so happy to see you. Oh, well, that's not good. That was laying on its face. All right, now. Now, Friday, I got a new little sidekick, which I am loving. It is so cute and little. And I made a whole bunch of stuff just trying it. Where are they? And I want to use some of them today. Let's see, where are they? Which ones? I think it's this bag. I was just working on these while I was doing laundry, or waiting on the laundry because it takes forever and a day. Nope, not that one. Let's do this one. And with it, you get, hi, Malia. With it, you get a few little, where are the ones I wanted? Oh, they're over here. I set them out. You get a few little stamps and a few little die cuts and a little embossing folder. And I had just picked up a bunch of stuff and carried it upstairs, so I had time to play while I was waiting for the laundry. And these came out so cute. I just love them. So here is, I don't know if you can see that very well. Again, this is craft paper. There. And it's a die I already had, and it looks like it has little stitches around it. And it's actually um, supposed to be like a label, but I use them for tags, because if you fold them, they look really cute for tags. And then they had this little, I already had that. So then they had this little embossing folder with flowers on it. So I thought, oh, I'm going to stick that in there and see how that looks. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Tammy. I hope things brighten up a little bit for you. So I tried it on some different ones. So here's a little plaid one. It's got, you can't see it, but you can see it on the back. Nope, you can't see it on the back either. Come on, there. So it's got the same little flowers on it. So I did several of them. So I'm going to use some of these in my book that I'm working on. Look at this one. Oh, is that pretty or what? I just think it's really pretty. So now I have a bunch of more ideas. Here's one I did in blue. It's not a tag. It's just a little folded thing. I was just playing, you know. So those came out really cute. So I was excited about that. And I got plenty of other embossing folders that I can use to make tags with also. But so I'm going to use how many I have. I only have 2 of these, so I guess I'll use. No, I have 3. I need one more. I should just cut one more, I guess. So I have 4, one for each page. Let me dig that out. It's right here somewhere. There you go. Nope. Where did I put that? Well, as usual, I lost it. Yep, as usual. Well, we'll just go with the 3. I can always put the other one on later. But I just thought that was so cute, and I had a lot of fun playing with it on Friday. So I'm going to use these in the book so I can go ahead and ink them up. Get my paper back over here. And then as soon as this is done, I can start decorating pages because it'll be dry enough by then, I think. Hi, Janet Nash. Sweetie. Thanks for coming. But you know, I like to make tags, and these will be great on tags. Let me find one. Plenty of tags. Here's a bigger one. So I think they'll be real pretty on all kinds of tags. And I have more shapes of these also that I didn't take up, but I like using the I think they call them labels usually. I like using them for tags. Some of them work really well, some of them don't work as well, but most of them do. And some you have to like clip off the little some little pieces to make them look nice. But it's a nice way to have different kinds of tags. Or tabs is what I'm trying to say. I keep saying tags. I do that every time. But you knew what I meant, I hope. Okay, now let's see if these pages are, this is dry enough. I think it might be. I still have to do the side. Okay. See, your pages fold open nice and flat. And if you don't like seeing this in the middle, you can always cover it with another little strip of paper. Cover the whole thing. You cover it with whatever, you know. Of course, you just want it to be like 1/4 of an inch or just slightly smaller so that it would fit right in there and not interfere with anything. Okay, so now here's this. I'm just going to press this down really well so I know it's got a good edge before I glue it. Same thing on the other side. I hope this works because this is really stiff paper. Like I said, kind of unplanned. I'm just kind of going along as it comes, which is the way I like to do it most of the time. Okay. Here we go. Do or die. That's what they say. Do or die. Now, see, I could have put some paper up under here first, but I'm not going to worry about it because more likely than not, my paper might go over top of it anyway at some point. It will be showing. The craft paper is going to be showing because it'll go fine with everything else that will be on here, I think. Okay, so now let's do that one. Okay, on this side, I'd like to get some decorating done before I'm done, before I leave. But I think if I just get the construction done, or most of it done, that will be a good start. And this one will be covered. Yeah, the inside will also be covered. So, all right, so here we go. Now, this is, it's not stiff. It's not very stiff. So it's more of a softer cover. But once everything gets loaded up in here, oh dear, what did I do? I messed up. I got this going the right way, but this was going to fold. I can't fold it now. Well, how did I manage that? I can still fold it, but it's not going to look right. See, this should have been turned the other way. This way, so that this edge would have been folded. Could still take it apart, maybe. I'll try it. No, it's not going to work. So, now what am I going to do? This is what happens when you don't have a plan. So let's see. Thinking. Now all I could do is cut this off and add a flip to it for the closure. Let's see how bad it's going to be. Okay, this is what happens when you mess up. You just figure out something else to do that'll work. And you know what? Sometimes that's the best way you learn stuff. It's not the way I'd rather learn stuff, but sometimes that's what happens. Okay, now this is not glued all the way in, so that'll be helpful. So if this one, it'll be fine. This one, it's 4, so I need to go 4 from here. Let's do this one, so it'll be a guide. I'm going to go 4.5. And 4.5. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. 4.25 is what I want. Because you know you've been there. You know you've been there too. No judging. All right, now let's see. Why does that look so crooked? Let's see. Hold on. Hold the phone. Go this side. Well, well, you know, I might have made the same mistake even if I was here by myself. It doesn't worry me too much. It's a piece of paper, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it hurts because you worked on it a lot, but it's still just a piece of paper. Okay, there's that one. This one, it's irritating, but it'll still work. And you know what? In the long run, well, now you guys know, but in the long run, whenever you're making something, nobody knows what it's supposed to be except you, unless you're doing it live and then everybody sees it. But still, you know, however it comes out, that's the way it is. So I don't worry about it too much. And once again, like I said, it's a piece of paper. Just a piece of paper. This is all paper and glue. I could throw it in the trash right now and it wouldn't hurt my feelings. But I think I can salvage it, so that's what I'm going to try to do. Because, you know, I have put over an hour in it already. So we'll see what happens. So much paper in there, it's really thick, so I'm going to have to get rid of something here. Oh, the Can't get rid of that. It's okay. It'll just stay. It'll stay. It'll just stay. So, here's what's going to happen. Maybe. I don't know yet. See, that'll still work as a little pocket there. And this one is going to be I have to have an inch. Almost forgot about that. I have to have an inch for this. So let's do this. We're going to cut this at an inch. And that will make up for, because you know you want this side of the book to be as thick as the spine is, or to be able to be as thick as the spine. Otherwise, your book is going to be like this, and I don't like that myself. So we're just going to fix this so that it's the part that gives the book that room. And this pocket will disappear, and the little pocket on the back will stay, or the front, whichever. I might switch. Well, can I switch that now? Because then I'll just have a pocket here, a pocket there. So I'll be able to flip this whichever way, but I still want to keep it here like this, so the windows are there. So this part gets cut, and it will be fine. Thank you guys for listening to me talk. Listening to me talk it out. I'm probably not making sense to you, but I'm making sense to me. Okay, so see, this piece needs to stay on here so that when I do, because this is going to be so it'll be like this. See? And this piece, now I have to decide how I'm going to do this. I believe that it's going to fold right here and have a little flop on it, a little flip on it, so that it can go back here and tie. You'll have to tie way over here. So that will get an extension. This will still be available. This will still be available. Now, this will fold this way. And this will have a flap on it also that will fold this way. So there's a lot to do still. And this is fine. It might make it more interesting. Okay. So this needs to be, what do I need to do? That needs to be folded so it can be a flip. And it needs to be an inch. Fold it at an inch. Let's mark this. An inch. And an inch from here. And that just gets folded right there. Let me get this back up here and use it like it should be. Oh my gosh, cake. That sounds so good. Oh my word. Here we go. Now this is going to end up being a flap that another piece is connected on, or a flip flap thing. What that is. All right. That's what happens. What creativity is all about. When you mess up, you figure something else out. And I don't know about y'all, but there's a lot of times when I mess something up, and when I went to fix it, it ended up being a lot better than what I had originally planned. I could think of one right off the top of my head. When I made those 2 steampunk albums this year, I cut one of the covers the wrong size, and I ended up having to connect it a different way to the spine, and it was really cool. So, you know, there's always something you can do, even if it's throw it in the trash. If you have to throw it in the trash, at least you've learned something not to do next time. Okay, now I think I know where I'm going here. So here we go. Here's our pages. Here's our pages. Here's our cover. And it will go like this. There will be another piece attached to it that will go like this. This will come around here. There'll be another piece attached to this that will cover like to here and fasten or tie or something, so that it will look like this on the end. But it will be a lot fuller than this because I still have a lot of things to add. So that's not too bad. And there's still a little pocket right there. Still a little pocket back here. And then there's all these pockets on the inside. This one will get covered. So I'm going to take this, I guess I'll leave it in there. It's not that important, but I'm gonna glue this shut because it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be used because it's not gonna show. You think all those years of watching Bob Ross, I'd be much better painter than I am. I ain't all my own, but I'm not that great. Okay. All right, so there. Now we have the basic construction. Now I'm ready to add on some things. Now, see, it might, oh, that's the back. Ugh. I was going to say it might make more sense for that flap to go to the back, but I think we're going to keep it to the front. Now, what time is it? 6:38. I think I'm going to go ahead and add some flaps so we can see how those look instead of starting the decorating. I'll just get the whole structure done first, pretty much first, and that way that part will be done. Let's see, I want, these can't stick out because then they will be too big, but I think I'm going to put them on, maybe not that one. I have 3, so I think I'll put them on these and just use them as decorative things. That'll be later. And here's the third one. Well, that worked out nice. Those will be on there. I really like those. Okay, so now let's see. Where are we here? So we have a flap that needs to go on here. Don't want to use that one. I think I'll use this one. I think if it just goes like so, then it can fold this way. That'll work. So let's get this one on. Becky. That sounds like something I would totally do. Oh, I'll be saying, remember when Becky made that wax paper cake? It was good, but boy, that wax paper was hard to chew. Let's see, what have I got over here? I'm gonna try some of this to go in this window. And it's gonna be this big. And this tall. It's gonna go in the front. It's gonna go like this. Or do I want it? No, I think like this is good. Okay. Becky's trying to make us all hungry or feel guilty. I don't know which. Guilty for not making a cake? Or hungry for not having a cake? Shoot. Forgot to cut my flap. Alright. There's the pocket. Okay. And oh, nice, Janet. It was like that here too. A little warmish, but nice, really nice. I went out a couple times and sat on the swing. So these little holes are to help keep the paper from tearing any further. And usually I put a piece of tape on it, and I didn't this time. This one has a little crack already, so I'm going to tape it there. Okay, so now get this all glued together. Or was I going to put that inside there? I can't remember what I was going to do. Oh yeah, I think I was going to put that inside. So we'll just glue that down. Put some glue on here. And I scored this with like an 1/8 of an inch. I scored it here, and then I scored it again about an 1/8 of an inch away, so it would have a little bit of bending space. This isn't the same size, so I'm gonna center it, or try to. Come on, glue. Close enough. Now what that's really sticking to is the pink paper. So now I'm gonna put some more glue and stick this closed. Oh, y'all are too cookie for me. I thought about making a pineapple upside down cake yesterday, but I did not. I'm still thinking about it. Still thinking about it. It sounds really good. Okay, now there's that. Okay, now this spins this way. And it also has another crease, which I know y'all can't see because I can barely see it. Okay, so this is going like so. Here's your book, here's your pages. Here it's going to be like so. Once everything gets in here. So there's one flip flop. Does anybody else think I'm going to be sorry that I didn't decorate this before I put it together? But I don't see how I could have really done much. Because, you know, you don't really know where things are going to end up. Okay, so. Oh, where'd my bone folder go? I just had it. Here it is. Okay, so there's that one. And all this will get stuff on it, so it won't, you know, it won't look crummy like it does now. Okay, so there's another little pocket. All right, now this side. So I've already put this on here, and it's going to be showing. So I'm thinking maybe I should do this on this side. And this is 9 inches long, so 9 inches. And so 9 inches long. So I need to make a pattern. Piece of paper. This will work. I think I want to make I think I want this flap to be shaped. So if I take this, no, I'm going to stencil out. Make one here, and then let's do down to here. Well, here. And then here. Try that. I don't care if the cake's light or heavy. I just eat it. It's cake. I'll eat it. Okay, we'll see how this works. All right, so here's 9 inches. I want this to be 9 inches. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. I had so many new things I want to try. I have some charms I want to make. Oops. And some other things that I have in mind that I'm wanting to do. But they're the kind of things where you have to get them out and put everything else away, out of the way. So I just haven't done it yet. Now next week, I might not be here because we have to be someplace in the afternoon, and I don't think I'm going to make it home in time. So I will either have video up or I just won't be here. I don't know which. It depends on how things go this week. So I apologize for that, and I appreciate that y'all come. I hate not to be here, but sometimes you just have to take care of things. Now, let's see if this will work. I don't know. This is just a test. first test is that I didn't make it wide enough. Don't know if I like that. It needs to come up. I didn't do that right. This needs to come up quite a bit. All right, let's try this. So I've got a doll to finish. 2 actually. One's almost done, but I have another one to finish. I would like to get it done. I have 2 farm journals that need to be finished. I'm about ready to start working on them again. Get those done. And some soldering I want to do. I have some old paint by number. They're not old, they're a couple years old. Paint by number canvases that I want to cut up and use for journal covers, I think. And several other things. So I'm not lacking for ideas of things I want to do. Just getting it all done. Plus we got a Mexico trip, and my husband's got an Alaska trip that I have to get him ready for. Yeah, Janet, they're almost done. It's just I'm trying to decide whether to do pop-ups in them or not. They're kind of like slowed me down. Trying to decide. That will just about, yeah, that's better. It'll cover that window. Yeah, let's see. Oh, let's go on this. Attaches to this. So I don't know how long it needs to be, but I can cut this part. I like them too, Janet. I think the chicken part turned out so cute. I still have a few things to do inside with the decorating. I don't know why, I just kind of lost my interest for a little bit, but I'm about ready to start back on them. Somebody says you have to do it all in 5 minutes, you know. Oh, I got crumbs in my cracks. In my cracks on the board. I saw Ann, she got some farm journal stuff, so she'll probably be working on her farm journal pretty soon. Okay, we go this way, and this way. And well, I didn't leave myself much room. I just have a tiny little bit of space to cover this. Look how close that is. So I don't want this to cover this. So there you go. Man, I'm getting hungry. All this talk about cake. I'm gonna go have me some good pork steaks. It didn't look big enough, but it is. All right, now this is gonna go on here. I've still got a huge envelope full of stuff for a circus journal. Not quite ready to start that yet, but I do have a lot of stuff collected. And then I have the other one I have a lot collected for is what I'm calling Susie Homemaker Journal. So it'll have like not envelopes, recipes and all that kind of stuff in it. The old advertisements. At least that's what I've been collecting. Come on, where's my paper? Janet Nash, I've been loving your video, what am I trying to say? Not your live stream. Well, I like your live streams too, but I've been loving your other ones. They're your video taped streams, or whatever you call that. I don't even know what to call it. But I really have liked them. I like the way you do them. I like the calmness of them. I can just sit there and relax and watch you working on things. Okay, so that'll be like so. Ta-da! I can see that this needs a little adjusting right here. Okay. Okay. So good so far. So far, so good. However you say that. What time is it? Oh, I'm past my time. Okay, so Here's what we've done so far. All of this, the pocket, that pocket's not going to show. This pocket's going to be a little short pocket like this. And we've got pockets in each one of these to deal with. Just 4 pages, but they're going to be a lot of flips, so it'll be like at least twice that many pages. And this is ready to cover. Here's the little flip over, and when it closes up, it's going to go like this, and there'll be, there's the back, another little pocket will be back there, and there will be a closure of some type, either that goes around and with a string or Velcro or something. So that will be a lot fuller. And there you go. There it is. That's it. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, even though it's been quiet. Mary Lou. Good night, Mary Lou. And thank you all, like I said, for coming by. I hope you come by next time. I may not be here next Sunday, as I said, but hopefully I'll be able to leave something for you to watch. Thanks, Ann. Flipping and flopping. Flapping. All right, so bye-bye. My thing is piled under everything. I couldn't find it. So bye.